because it's your shit, but like, really, fucking.
If you
Why did you let it get to this point?
if you said that to me, I'd be like, I don't give a fuck. Move it over.
Pretty much. Yeah, dude, the passenger seat floor is the fucking garbage can, and I don't care who you are.
Just put a garbage can in there. We have one in my car.
What?
Not my car, but
Who puts a garbage can?
we have a
in
tiny
car?
garbage can that would sit between the fucking passenger and the driver because we could shove one in there.
I mean, look, that's convenient and all.
I can't fit one in mine.
Whatever, we fucking take a stop. We'll just take the fucking trash like that. It's a little smaller than that, but we just take the fucking. Well, it's a small trash can. I'm pointing to.
Yeah. Well, you could just throw. I mean, if you just throw your shit on the floor, as long as it's not wet, or like
If you just
sticky.
throw your shit on the floor, just throw your trash everywhere.
Throw your trash everywhere,
makes me
and
feel
then
very
pick it up.
indecent.
There will, it won't get dirty at all.
I don't know.
I mean, as long
I
as you
don't want to
throw
let my
liquids
car.
on the floor.
Don't throw anything on the floor.
I throw like wrappers and shit. You know, just
stop anytime you stop. There's always a trash can somewhere. Don't fucking talk about. There's a trash can somewhere. Whatever you go, there's a trash can somewhere.
50% of the time, I stop somewhere. The trash can is either completely full, or they actually don't have a trash can.
What about the other half?
I forget.
Yeah, just
Or
don't
there's no
bother
trash.
to.
Or
I
there's
don't-
no
I-
trash.
Yeah, we'll just take care of it when it's a problem.
It's always a problem.
But yeah, today there was like a cup in my car, and I brought it into my aunt's house and put it in the garbage.
Just set it in her cabinet. It's yours now.
A whole fucking plastic cup.
This plastic cup that is like a throwaway cup. Put it in the top shelf. I drank like
Out of her reach.
I drank 3/4 of it.
It's still got some Taco Bell Baja Blast residue at the bottom, and just set it there.
Out of her reach.
I actually spit a loogie.
It's a little present.
That's car adventures there.
That's great.
Oh God.
When do you get in the car, Arlen?
Pretty soon. Not too soon.
Yeah.
I just did finally pass my fucking written test. Get the permit.
Nice. How many tries?
One.
Nice.
For sure.
Nicely done.
It's
Yeah.
not fucking hard. I got. I think it was I got an 86%.
Nice.
I think I missed like
I-
3.
I got an 80% on my driver test, or on my written test, and that was only because they gave us points for writing our name on the paper. I would have
passed.
failed. I would have failed.
I failed the first time I took the written.
I don't study at all.
I got a 70. I got a 76, and I was like, oh fuck. And then I studied it for like a night because it's like 30 pages, so I just read it in like a day.
Right.
And then the next time I took the test, I got a 97.
The only
That's
time
good.
I fuck up ever, and it's like, it has something to do with like costs of like tickets and shit. Because I don't study ever. Everything I pass because it's just common sense. Like, what should you do in this situation? I'm like, the obvious thing to do is to just the obvious thing, and they're like, you passed, good job. But the only thing I don't know is like, how long will your driver license be suspended if you do this bad thing? I'm like, I don't know. I wouldn't study because I would never do that bad thing.
Right. Well, yeah, and just like, what's
If you
the
drink and
point?
drive, what's the consequence? I'm like, I didn't study
Get a
because
DUI.
I would never fucking...
Like, why do you need to know the consequences of drinking and driving if you're not going to? If you already know that you're not supposed to drink and drive, like,
Hey,
why should I
if
know
I
the
want-
exact legal?
if I want to know
penalty?
what the penalties are, I'll do it when I drink and drive.
Yeah,
all right.
I'll find
Tell
out
me
my-
when I
Yeah,
tell me when I drink it. I'll look it up when I'm drinking and driving.
I'll break 3
What a-
laws at the same time.
Drinking, texting, and driving.
He's drunk, it doesn't matter.
I wonder.
And then my actually passing the driver's test itself is I don't know if I've told you guys it. The fucking kerfuffle I had passing my driver's test.
Uh-oh.
What?
So I get into the car to fucking take the driver's test, and like, you know, it's pretty normal. I know the guy that does the driver's test. He was one of the teachers at the high school. So I get in there, and immediately he's like, "All right, back out of the parking spot." Immediately I put it in drive and go forward an inch, and fucking slam on the brake. I'm like, whoops.
All right.
Back out of the parking spot. Because there was a car in front of us, and I almost hit it.
Jeez.
So I fucking back out of the parking spot, go forward, go over a fucking curb, which is an automatic fail.
Ain't that beautiful?
A fucking kerchunk. Oh. He's like, alright, take a right here. And I take a right. I take a right, and he's like, oh, I meant to say left. And he's like, we're just having a bad day, aren't we?
It's just a disaster. Just
So I fucking turn around, and I'm pretty sure he just fucking leveled it, and then started the fucking, as soon as we got back on track, that's when he actually started the test.
God.
I got an 80. I started the parallel park. I fucking I pulled into there. I kind of got halfway in, and I'm like, I don't know what I'm doing. This is about as far as I'm gonna get. He's like, okay, back out. I kind of pulled halfway in there, and I'm like, almost fucking not parallel, but fucking adjacent, perpendicular to the fucking sidewalk. I'm like, this is as good as I'm gonna get.
This is close enough. Yeah, I've been to so at a summer camp a long time ago. We did an ATV training course, and the summer camp was a week long. It was for Boy Scouts, but you got this
I get a train.
Yeah, you get this cool little certification. It was like, cool, whatever. I'm certified to ride an ATV or whatever. Like you need.
Where's
some
your
certification?
huh?
You do if you're under 16 or something.
Oh, gotcha.
You're not supposed to drive those big ATVs.
Gotcha.
I like the bigger, yeah.
Because I mean, if you're like a little kid driving a little ATV, it makes sense. But those big ones that normally a dad or whatever has, fucking 4-wheeler, you need to be 16 or older.
Gotcha. But anyways, we got to the end. We got to the end of the week. No accidents or anything, which is apparently a rare thing. But when you're trying to train people on an ATV course,
and then we got Devlinsky here.
The very last day, the very last second that we were allowed to ride those, we basically got to ride them through camp, basically, and just show off to everybody that we were riding the ATVs.
Fuck you.
And then we went back to the shed so that we could put them in. Well, me being the fucking dumbass that I am, I decided to be funny and rev it up a little bit just to one little last thing. Yeah. Fucking hit the ATV right in front of me. Nobody was looking. I got away with that motherfucker scot-free.
But the person in front of you didn't know either?
No, nobody was on them was the thing. They had already gotten off. I was pulling up. And then fucking hit it.
Fucking dingus.
It dinged it just a little bit. No damage or anything. The only people who saw me were the people who had just gotten off. We laughed about it for a bit and then went to get fucking breakfast or whatever. But God, dude. I was fuck, I'm so glad nobody saw that. Besides people who wouldn't rat me out, but...
Fucking... Yeah. The only bad driving thing I've ever had was fucking wiping out on Evan's motorcycle.
Oh yeah, you
that
told me about that.
Fuck those.
Yeah, I did that too. Don't worry, I went over the handlebars on that, sorta? Yeah, I went over the handlebars on that. I fucking hit the railroad track, sorta, and I went over it fine, but the bump, it kind of twisted my wheel a little bit midair, and I was going 20 fucking miles an hour, and it went like that, fucking sideways basically, and I kind of went over, and I kind of just scraped a bunch, and then I thought I broke my arm and my leg, and I was in a lot of pain driving all the way home, but it was just really badly bruised.
Huh. Yeah.
I was in a lot of pain driving the whole way home.
I fucking was going down your fucking driveway, dirt hill. I'm like, I wonder how fast I can go.
I go very slow down that. I would not go full speed down that.
I made it down full speed. It's just the turn going to the right, fucking, it cut really close to where the grass is and where all the fucking cow dung is. And I fucking slipped on the entire thing of cow shit.
Slipped on a fucking
cow shit.
Yeah.
I slid a
Cow
solid
patty.
15 feet on fucking the dirt and gravel.
All of that momentum that was going to carry you that way is just fucking straight now. You're done.
Fucking
wipe out. It's over.
Yeah.
Whoa, wipe out!
Fucking fell, and the motorcycle's momentum just dragged me across the fucking gravel. I'm like, it didn't hurt or anything. I was just looking, the broken skin just bleeding and fucking gravel in my skin. I'm like, damn it. Fucking pants are shredded. I'm like,
Yeah,
Drove all the way back. I'm like, and then your mom patched me up. I'm like, all right, let's go. Went right back on it.
Yeah, the last time I rode a dirt bike, and like a proper dirt bike, not just that little
Yeah, that's
Coleman
the only
bike,
thing I've gotten.
I was like, God, probably like 12 or something. But I was at my friend's house, and we're riding it around. And I'd never ridden one before, so I'm like, I'm just like going real slow, trying to be real careful. But then
The throttle's
Yeah,
super sensitive.
yeah,
That's
when
what I
you're
learned
not,
on his.
and when you've never ridden a bike before, or when you've never ridden a dirt bike before,
Yeah.
it's like it goes back, and then you lean back, but that
And it
makes it
pulls
go
it-
faster, because your first thing is to do this and grab onto the handles.
I think everyone has the same story starting off riding a dirt bike or something.
But it was the whole, I was coming back and it sped up and I went through some tall grass and it got caught up in the gears and the bike
Oh.
stopped. I fucking went over the top of it, ass over tea kettle. That's the last time I ever rode a dirt bike. I never touched one
I would
since.
like to ride a proper dirt bike.
Yeah, the last time I rode a proper dirt bike too was when I was a little kid.
Yep.
I'm at my cousin's. They got lots of dirt bikes. I was like, okay, yeah, I'll ride some dirt bikes with you. I fucking hop on the dirt bike. I was like, yeah, this thing's going all right. I pull back the throttle a little bit. It jerks me forward. It pulls me back. I pulls it back more.
Yep.
I go straight into the back of a camper, and I fucking fall into the ground with this little dirt bike on me. And they're
Fucking
like,
bikes
all
are
right,
heavy.
they're like, all right, you're not allowed to ride this anymore.
You're
I was like, I don't want to ride them anymore.
No shit.
I was like, I
They're
didn't
so
really
heavy
want.
though. They're fucking. God,
God.
that bike. Was
It wasn't
pretty
a very
fucking
big one.
hefty.
Yeah, that's because that one is
Designed for utility
You're
purpose.
just kind of going on trails and shit. It's not for speed and like.
Yeah, no.
Right.
Once I got a hang of your bike, I was like, all right, I'm kind of bored because it's not that fast anymore. It doesn't feel that fast. I know it's traveling like 20 fucking.
I
It
think we
doesn't
cranked it up
feel
to
that
like
fast.
30 miles an hour.
It does get going.
The thing is, it goes
I
like
go fucking max speed. I'm like, this doesn't feel that fast anymore.
Not when you're used to it, no, but I mean that's like the whole like if you've ever been on a jet ski, like they only go like 5 to 10 miles or like 10 to what is it, like 15 I think is where they max out at, but it feels like fucking so fast because you're just going over fucking water and you're gonna go. But
yeah.
I don't know where I was. I kinda
You're the
lost.
only one here who's been on
Am
a
I
jet ski.
Oh.
I thought everyone.
Well, they're easier than dirt bikes.
I don't know. Fucking the physics of a dirt bike are pretty fucking easy if you're. Because by going it forward, it keeps itself up.
Yeah.
You have to shove a fucking. There's videos online where like people will have the engine going, and it'll go on ice, and it'll just keep going up because of its own momentum, and people have to shove it just so
Oh,
it can get knocked
jeez.
over, and they'll go, and it'll just keep fucking going forward.
That's
What?
cool.
Well, because the way how momentum works on a dirt bike, if it's going forward, it wants to stay up automatically. And so you'll see videos of like fucking dirt bikes that are like just going by themselves without anyone on them, and they'll stay up because of the momentum of it just going forward. It'll just stay
Right.
up by itself. If it went in a straight line perfectly, it just stays up
Right.
because of the way the physics work about it.
Yeah.
I one time I rode a snowmobile. That was pretty fun.
Snowmobiles are
It's
fucking kick ass.
it is much more different to riding a dirt bike or something or a four wheeler because a lot of the steering, because all you have to steer is two little skis on the front. It doesn't really steer it. It kind of helps you steer it, but a lot of your steering is
Leaning into it.
leaning.
Yep.
Like when you're on a bike, like when you go to turn, you lean with the turn kind of automatically.
Up
It's
until
kinda-
I think 30 miles per hour. It's somehow I can't quite get it remembered, but up to a certain point, you have to turn the opposite way in order to go to the left. I don't remember how it worked, but it was really fucking annoying.
It sounds like a really good way to fall over.
I don't know the way. Once you
Yeah.
hit like I think 25 to 35, one between there.
Oh,
the
on
physics,
snowmobiles?
No, on motorcycles. Up to a certain speed, it's like you have to like. They explain it because at a certain speed, you have to like push the opposite way in order to go to that way.
Oh.
It's like you push to the right if you want to go right. It's fucking just bizarre. It's really weird.
I'm trying to think about it. It's
That
hard.
doesn't make any
It
sense
doesn't-
whatsoever.
I think what they're trying to say is that you have to like instead of like left like this, it's up and down. Like you push right, and I don't know. I think
Oh, to get like a
I
harder
think that's
turn.
what- yeah.
To get like a harder turn out of it, you have to turn
at a
into
certain
it.